Looking for the best gaming CPU? Well, in this video, we break down the top 5 best gaming CPUs on the market this year, so be sure to stay tuned to find out which processor will be best for you and your budget. This list is in no exact order, so be sure to watch till the end so you don't miss anything. And if you're interested in updated pricing or more information on any of the products mentioned, I left links in the description down below, so feel free to check those out at any time during the video. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. The Intel Core i7-8700K processor was 2017's flagship CPU and boasts a full 6 hyper-threaded cores. It has the highest clock rates that Intel has to offer, going up to 4.7 GHz with Turbo Boost. While it does have plenty of cores, the base frequency could definitely be better. The 3.7 GHz base speed of this CPU is a bit lower than the 7700K model, but only by about 500 MHz. The Coffee Lake design of this processor uses a 14nm process, which offers the best overall performance and less power leakage than previous models. These incredible advances in computing technology allow the Turbo Boost bins to make the necessary space for additional cores. With this processor, you can get up to 137 frames per second while streaming and recording on your computer. It also makes gameplay a lot smoother for those who are avid gamers. The processor is compatible with DDR4 SD-RAM and measures 4x2 by 4.6 inches with a total weight of just 1.76 ounces. It's definitely a lot of power in a fairly small package. While it's not currently the most impressive CPU on the market, it still has quite a lot to offer. The Intel Core i7-8700K is one of the best gaming CPU options in terms of value per dollar. You certainly get your money's worth here. The innovative technology, high processing speeds, and 6-core design is very impressive, to say the least. The AMD Ryzen 3 2200G has a total of 4 cores and a base clock speed of 3.5 GHz, which is pretty impressive right off the bat. It can handle even the heaviest of demands, including gaming and photo editing. The processor's unlocked ratio multipliers means that overclocking is never a problem. You can turn the graphics engine to your liking, and the refined memory controller supports DDR4 2933 RAM. The new chip in the CPU supports PCIe 3.0 connectivity. There are 4 entire lanes dedicated solely to this chipset, as well as 4 others for PCIe-based storage. Either of the other lanes are open for graphic add-ons. While there are fewer total lanes available than with past versions, we still aren't too disappointed. The onboard Vega graphics processor that this CPU boasts isn't quite on par with the Radeon RX Vegas 56, but it's still pretty impressive. The Vega 8 processor that's in this CPU offers mid-level performance that's neither stunning nor mind-blowing. To put it simply, it's just okay. One of the things that hasn't changed with the Ryzen 3 is that it still uses the AM4 socket and chipsets like its siblings. The Wraith stealth cooler that comes with this processor is certainly enough to keep it cool, but you can always switch it out for something else. The AMD Ryzen 3 2200G processor is a wonderful piece of computing technology. It's the best AMD processor 2019 has to offer for gamers who are on a budget. The Intel i3-8100 is a quad-core CPU with a total of 4 threads and a base clock speed of 3.6 GHz. It's an entry model in the 8th generation line of Core i processors. It uses the Z370 chipset and its microarchitecture resembles that of the previous model. Unlike its predecessors, the CPU has a total of 4 cores and 4 threads due to the lack of HT technology. While this processor may be the most basic of all the Core i3 models, it's a good choice for those who can't afford to spend a lot. The processor doesn't support Turbo Boost technology, which is to be expected given the price point. It's got a total of 6 MB of L3 cache. It offers UHD 630 integrated video at up to 110 GHz, which really isn't that bad. The locked multiplier means that you cannot overclock it simply by altering the multiplier. If you're a big gamer, you'll be happy to know that this processor can handle a number of modern or at least semi-modern games, including Grand Theft Auto 5, Hitman, and The Witcher 3. It's at its most capable with apps and games that use 4 cores, which makes sense given the CPU's design. The Intel 8th generation i3-8100 processor is the best Intel CPU for gaming 2019 can offer if you're trying to save money. While it's certainly not the most impressive processor ever made, it still has much to offer the average gamer. If you guys like the video and want to stay up to date with the best in gaming and tech gear, as well as things like specific PC builds for games like Fortnite, be sure to hit that subscribe button. The AMD Ryzen 7 2700X uses a dual CCX configuration with Infinity Fabric. It has a total of 8 cores and 16 threads with unlocked ratio multipliers that make overclocking easy. This particular model offers a 12% increase in performance from the Ryzen 7 1800X, making it quite impressive. The processor supports up to DDR4 2933 RAM, which is significantly better than the Coffee Lake architecture. It has a base speed of 3.7 GHz but can go up to 4.3 GHz when overclocked. You also get the Wraith Prism cooler, which has a copper core and direct contact heat pipes. The high velocity fan is very adept at keeping this CPU cool at all times. There are also customizable multicolored RGB LED lights for a stylish aesthetic. The heat spreader can deflect heat from the chip much faster and more efficiently than before, so you don't have to worry about overheating. The brand new Precision Boost 2 allows this CPU to examine the existing workload and factor in cooling performance of the entire computer. It can definitely be a useful feature when 2 cores are being used. The AMD Ryzen 7 2700X is a powerhouse of a processor and offers the best value per dollar. With the ability to be overclocked in 4 cores, you cannot do much better for the money you spend. The technology it uses will allow you to play the most modern games smoothly without any noticeable lag. While Ryzen used to be considered the underdog, they are quickly going to the top. The Intel Core i9-7900X is part of a series that's aimed at high-end users who have some serious workload demands. The processor supports quad-channel DDR4 2666 RAM. The Turbo Boost 2.0 technology can send this CPU soaring from 3.3 GHz to just over 4 GHz. There are 10 active cores and 20 threads, which isn't a surprise given the price of this CPU. It marks only the second deca-core processor ever to be made by Intel. The brand new mesh architecture replaces the previous ring bus design. It's made up of numerous interconnects that are situated inside the CPU that meet each chip's demands. The processor uses the X299 chipset, which comes with the LGA 2066 socket housing. There are a total of 2066 pins, which is just crazy to imagine. The hyperthreading technology is one of the big reasons why this CPU performs so well across the board. It's been in the works for a while and it's finally able to shine with the 7900X. The Intel Core i9-7900X is the fastest processor that's ever been tested. While it certainly isn't the cheapest option on the market, we definitely think it's the best overall gaming CPU available. If you have this processor in your computer, you'll never have to worry about struggling to play the latest games. Its impressive 10-core design has truly broken the mold and ushered in a whole new era of computing power and technology. Alright gamers, that's all for this video. If you're interested in staying up to date with the best in gaming gear and cool tech in general, hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you can stay informed. If you're interested in finding pricing on all the products mentioned, like always, the links will be in the description down below. I keep those links up to date, so if any new products are released, I'll update the description. Anyway guys, till next video, keep gaming.